crazy family of 4 and their dog are selling it all. We have no idea what we're doing. We've never owned an RV. We stayed in one once.
Yes, we rented a weekend at like a Jellystone park. They let you rent an RV they already had on
It was already
site.
set up, yeah.
Already set up, already on site. All we had to do was go in and out.
It was like a little apartment. It was great.
That's our only RV experience.
We're not even campers, okay? We don't like tent camp.
We like go cabining.
Yeah, we get cabins, because that's comfortable. Yeah. They're furnished.
Yeah.
And so
okay, so we did try tent camping. How many times? Well, us dating was a whole different thing. But with kids, didn't we go once with Carmen?
The last time we went, the wind was blowing so hard it was collapsing our tent down onto our beds.
We did take our kids camping, yes.
We have honestly never had a tent camping experience where we're like, that was freaking awesome.
Yep. Something has always happened.
Mm-hmm.
We lost our dog.
Something very memorable.
On one of them.
Yeah. Well, we did. We lost him for the weekend at a wildlife refuge.
Yeah, I thought he was a goner. Well, buffalo.
He ran off in the middle of the night. Alison took him for a walk on his leash. She was holding on to it. He saw a raccoon or something, bolted.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll just start with asking Alison, his mother, wife, overseeing a lot of the detail side and the paperwork side of things. Is there anything that you would share right now about our experience? And also, you probably need to let them know where we're at in the timeline of things. Like date and whatnot.
Yeah. Date?
I don't know.
I don't know what you mean, date.
What day is it?
July 14th.
Right. When did we start this process?
Officially, June 2nd.
June 2nd.
So.
Okay, so we're over a month into it, right?
Yes.
Got
6 weeks or so.
All right, so what do you think so far about our experience?
It's still exciting. Each step of the way, we keep making steps towards getting the RV, the truck. So that keeps me motivated, I think. It was a lot of work to get the house ready to get on the market. So I feel like that was kind of a beat down. Still is a beat down. We're still not done getting the house ready to get out of. So now it's on the market, but we still have to get the house ready to get rid of everything and totally offload it. I'm trying to think what else I was going to say.
Well, some of the stressors is because I'm familiar with the real estate market, okay? So we are in Texas, and as many of you know watching this, we're in the summer of 2023. In the last 6-7 years, the real estate market has just gone up, right? But I was warning Alison, I said, I think we're at the tail end of that. And if we're going to make this move, if we're going to sell this house, we need to hurry.
Yep.
And
we weren't fast enough.
No, we weren't.
I really feel like it seems like we're about 2 weeks behind. Not only selling our house, but even selling our truck. We have 2 vehicles we're going to sell. And even selling our truck, the first time we took it into CarMax, which was a great idea, because we get an idea of how much our truck is worth to sell it to a friend or whatever. And we just went back today and was able to turn it in and still get money, but it's $1,000 less than what just a month ago.
Yep. And for anybody out there that's gonna be like, why would you let your truck go for that little and blah blah blah?
It's an old truck.
Well, that's not the problem. The problem is like it had issues.
Well,
okay, it just had issues.
That's true.
And so I personally wouldn't have felt good about selling it to a private owner. And I knew that CarMax would, in its condition, take it and go to auction with it. So that I felt better about that scenario than selling it to a private party that would have to deal with the issues that are there. So that's why we went that route with the truck. On the car, it honestly really just depends on, the timing and the market and when we're ready to let it go. And, because we're down to 1 vehicle now. We're still a 2-vehicle family as far as the need, but we're going to make it work.
It's only for a few weeks.
Yeah, we get, okay, so on other news, we're really excited to let y'all know that we are in, not negotiations, we've already negotiated, but we are in the locking down phase, the financial lockdown phase of
buying our truck and RV.
getting our truck and RV.
We picked one out.
That's right.
It's not close. It's in another state.
How far away is it?
Like a 2-day drive.
Literally the other side of the country. Like, we're in Texas, it's in California. So
That's not the other side. We're in the middle.
well, if we're in the middle, whether we go to one side or the other, isn't that the other side? I don't know. I don't know.
I think if we lived on one coast and we went to the other coast, that would be the other side.
So then what is it? How would you say it?
It's a 2-day drive. That's what I said.
It's a 2-day drive if we're driving this car, but not in an RV.
Oh,
Anyway, so check this out.
that's a lot of miles away.
It is. So we found it. We're really, really happy with it. Yes, by the way, we're buying it sight unseen. We have not put Personalize on this thing.
No, but we have a family member that actually lived close to the person who's selling it and was able to go look at it for us. So
Yep.
we did have someone actually put eyes on it, hands on it, and make sure everything checked out okay.
Yeah, so Lyle, thank you for making that happen. He was able, I told him, I said, look, I don't expect your opinion to sway us one way or the other. All we're trying to figure out is what we're looking at in the advertisement what we're buying? That's all we're asking. And so he was able to confirm that in fact it was. And
Well, I think the loan people are doing a good job of requiring a lot of things to really make sure they're covered since they're
Sure.
giving us the loan for it.
so we're having an inspection done. We got to work out the timing of that. And I never really thought about, I know when you buy brand new, you need to have the inspection done at the dealership, but private party, it didn't cross my mind until the loan information came through, and I was like, oh my gosh, we got to get the
Well,
inspection.
because even on the truck, we're buying a dually, so it's not a cheap truck.
Right.
There was no inspection required. We literally just applied, got it, and
Mm-hmm.
they're sending us a check.
And so we found out that have the inspection done, at least in California, I don't know if it's the same here, but it's going to be about $1,000 because it's a 45-foot Keystone Avalanche.
But
we're
that was
getting.
for the Premier.
It is.
That was for everything.
But here's my thing, is if we're going to have it inspected, we might as well just pay the extra to know exactly what's going on with it. I mean, it's like if you're already there, just go ahead and that way we know, right?
Because like the basic one was like $500 or $600, right?
Yeah, it's like 6 something, yeah. So we're
So, worth it to me.
Yeah. So we still got to make that happen. We are working with an awesome seller. She's as excited to sell us her truck and trailer as we are to be the buyers of it, her and her daughter. And you'll be able to see, hopefully, them on camera at some point. So they're going to deliver the RV. So we're really excited about that because originally we were like, are we going to fly to California, figure out what to do with our kids because we don't want to have to pay pay for the plane tickets
And our dog. Not a small dog.
and the
He's-
cost of all that, and then the first time we're ever going to drive a dually pulling a 45-foot RV is out of California. You freaking kidding me? Like, that just sounded awful. So when the owner was offering, like, do you want me to deliver? I was like, heck yeah, please. I'll pay you, pay gas, whatever. So we have come up with right now a very good option where we're going to pay for the gas. She's already coordinating things to bring it to us, which is awesome because she knows what she's doing. She's owned it for a couple of years. And but she's going to bring it to us, and we might even help somewhere with a rental car because she's dropping off her only means of transportation. She's still got to get to Pennsylvania, so we're going to work something out. But in the end, it's still going to cost us less, I believe, than us flying out there. If not money-wise, it's going to cost us less in stress, right?
And time.
And time, sure. So anyway, that is a big deal for us to, although I'm a fan of trial by fire, okay, whatever, but whew, that one sounded pretty stressful. So we don't have that to worry about. So now we're down to the house, okay? So here's the deal on the house. Our home, we listed at square footage wise at the bottom of our market per square foot, but we have a large house in an area where the average size home is about 2,000 square foot, maybe 2,500, but really about average of 2,000, 2,200 square foot. Our house is 34. Okay, so I knew that when we bought the house that we were buying the big albatross in the neighborhood. But there's 3 cul-de-sacs where we live that have all the bigger houses, and rarely do they come up for sale. A block north of us, a month ago, a house went on the market as 5,000 square foot, sold in 2 weeks for $835,000 at $165 a square foot.
168, I thought she said.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 168.
She wanted you to list for 168.
Yeah. And so at 168 a square foot, I listed at 164, 165 under that house, knowing that that house might be a comp. Well, it will be when it's time for us to
we got
do the appraisal on it. But
1 more week. It's too long.
But even still at 560, we had 3 showings in 2 weeks, so that was very discouraging. But we weren't necessarily in a hurry to like drop the price because we don't have a place to live, right? If we sell the house, we don't have the truck, at least at the time.
At the time, yeah.
Now we are so much closer to securing the truck and trailer that...
We just called her, last week?
We've sorted it all out.
Like last Friday or so, and then we had to wait for Monday to be able to call all the loan people, and then we've just been working on all the loan details this week. So we really just got it like figured out.
Yeah.
Just recently.
So that gave us the confidence to go ahead and say, you know what, let's drop the price of this home. Because I'll be honest, I feel like I'm playing chicken with a market collapse, okay? I know that we're headed for something that's, financially very discouraging and unfortunate.
Tim's got a lot of listening hours in to lots of different things.
Yes. Well, and we also educate people on financial stuff. It's part of our business. And so I don't, the business is not why I keep up with that. I don't have to know what's going on a global national economic market, but I just choose to know because I care about that and I'm interested in it. So I just learn and learn and learn.
You've been doing that for a while.
And that's why I was able to warn Alison. Like, I mean, honestly, I saw this market for what it is today, which isn't nearly as bad as it's going to be by the time maybe some of you are watching this video going, no, he was right. I was warning Alison, like, if we're going to do this, we got to hurry.
Yeah.
And here we are. Now we feel like we're just trying to get sold before things get absolutely ridiculous.
Well, and then you told me too, just whenever, I guess at the end of the summer, it's harder to sell because families don't want to move once kids are in school.
Correct.
So we've only got about 4 weeks before kids start really going.
And our house is not I mean, maybe it is a first-time home buyer price. It's not. First-time home buyer price point in our area is in the 300, 350 range because it's hard to get a house under that price these days. Ours at 550. It's not just the price point, but it's the size. Like, first-time home buyer, not probably going to go ahead and step into 3,400 square foot, 4 to 5 bedroom, 4-bath home. They're not going to start out there. But who probably will be families, right? So we're trying to make sure we're available in the market where the families are moving, which is the summer, which is now. And once August hits and we're halfway through August and people are starting back to school, we lose a lot of our buyer potential. And so things get weird at that point. So we're trying to hurry.
Speaking of the kids, trying to keep our house show ready for people to come and look at our house has been so difficult. I swear our kids have never done the things that they've done until we try to get the house ready. Like, one example is the last thing we were trying to do before we left the house today, because we had 2 showings today, is Tim was trying to do the vacuum, to make the carpet look nice. And he told me, I didn't see it, but he told me the kids were on the carpet, like rubbing their hands. Never have done this kind of thing before.
Well, they've also never seen the carpet so nice with like those little like triangles in them,
They're on the carpet, like rubbing it.
Yeah, it's like they were making cave drawings on the carpet because they figured out they could move the carpet around. And
my daughter pulled out a case this big of paints, like 20 different little paints, wanting to start painting them. No, we're not painting today.
Yeah, we have 2 showings this afternoon. One's already happened as of this point, another one later on. And just like Alison and I are trying to pick up the house, vacuum, wipe stuff off, and my boys run around eating bread.
Like,
it's
literally
like crumbs
behind
everywhere.
him. Like, Tim's like vacuuming, cleaning up, and then here's our little one. He's 6.
And I'm trying to be patient. I really am. You know, but I'm like, come on, like, you are not helping. This is, you know, so that has been stressful, and you know, but we have to give our kids some grace. They don't understand the gravity of what's going on. And to be fair, it's not like we explain to them, do not do this, right? We're only explaining to them after they're doing the thing, like, hey, this is why you don't do that.
No, I warned them that the house has to stay nice for people to come look.
Yeah, but they don't get it. They gotta, like, you gotta talk to them.
But it's the
in
first
detail.
time they've experienced that kind of.
Yeah, and to be fair, they're like, wait a minute, mom and dad are picking up the house all the time? That is weird, right? So they got that going on. My daughter, she gets it. My son is, he's oblivious. He's 6.
But our garage still looks like you know.
Oh yeah, the garage is terrible, but
like a normal family.
some of the closets, some of the cabinets, you know, they open them up and like, these people are clearly not organized. So something we're gonna have to work on in RV life, you know, maximize the space. But yeah, there's a lot going on. You know, we're just the stressors of knowing that, you know, in order for us to do what we need to do, we have to sell the house.
Yep. Oh, so did you tell them about our price drop?
Oh yeah, so
we did a big one.
We dropped the price from $560 to $500. We knocked off over 10% on our first price drop. Why? Because we don't have time to graduate the price down. That's why. Mm-hmm. And so it could be dropped so low that people are like, what's wrong with the house? Not a thing that we know of. We're just trying to get offers so that we can get under contract before summer's over.
Yep.
That's why. We'll keep you posted on that. You know, that people might say, well, why don't you rent it? And why wouldn't you keep it? And why don't you do Airbnb? And why don't you I know that's going to happen. I've already thought about it. Let me give you my opinion.
Well, first of all, in our city, Airbnbs aren't allowed. So that one's out the window just from the get-go.
Yep. We are not in an HOA, so we have that going for us as far as, you know, rental type stuff. But I know that this market is teetering and people are being laid off and their income's not going as far as it used to, and it may continue that way for a bit, but things are going to get really, really stressful financially for a lot of people very quickly. And I do not want to have a renter in my house who at some point might not be able to make the rent, and now I'm on the hook to do both my mortgage and cover their rent, and then God knows if they're able to take care of the house, and then who knows. I mean, I have been an owner of rental property before. I know what it takes, but that was in a different market where the market was rebounding from the collapse. People were having income to do that. We're going into the collapse. This is a different market, and I do not want to be a home owner, landlord in this upcoming market. I don't mind being one on the downside when it's done, when we're at bottom. We are not at bottom yet. And that's not a real estate collapse. That's a dollar collapse issue. Anyway, that is my answer to why I don't want to be a renter or a landlord.
And we got lucky during COVID because we did rent out our first house before we sold it during COVID. And that's when renters didn't have to pay.
Yeah, so a lot of renters, even homeowners, didn't have to pay their rent or mortgage. They could defer. So, yeah, we were lucky on that. But
that's not necessarily going to be the
well,
case.
we honestly, look, we're going into an election year. God knows what's going to happen. Let's be real, people. I can't possibly predict what that looks like, but I will just say this. Per the last one, let's just assume that things are going to get weird, okay? So again, I don't want to be subject to any of that. I want to be mobile. I want to have our financial situation narrowed and leaner. You know, we love the home, but I will tell you this, another thing that Texas, shame on you, Texas, figure it out. Yep. You are losing a lot of awesome Texas patriots, let's be honest, okay, who love Texas. But even so what is happening is the value of these homes are going up because people are migrating into Texas, selling homes for $1 million or more, getting cash. They came in and just started throwing cash down and jacking up the value of these homes. And now you've got people in neighborhoods, older folks that are like in my neighborhood, they're paying 2 to 3 times more on their taxes on a house that's been paid off for a decade or two than what their original mortgage was. And these are people, elderly folks on fixed incomes. Like, it is crushing native Texans. All right? We're in a financial position where Alice and I were like, well, okay, so our taxes went up on our house this year, $7,000. This year, an extra $7,000. And honestly, that was a straw, breaking the back moment, right? Where I was like, can we afford it? Sure. Do I want to? Heck no. Just because I know that if this year's 7, what's next year going to be? And the year after that? And who knows, right? And then maybe I'm on the hook to cover the taxes, but then income situations get weird. I don't know, right? But what I do know is I can unload the house and narrow down our living expenses quite a bit, go live the life we had already talked about living like 2 years ago.
Yep.
And get mobile, go see the country while everything's getting weird. We'll just keep saying that.
Weird.
And, when all things are said and done, maybe we find a whole nother place that we're like, you know what, this is a cool place to live, another state. Who knows? Maybe that's a year, 2, 3, 4, 10 from now.
How many years? I'm like, what?
And when we're done living in the RV, then we'll just start the sailboat channel and we'll go live on the sailboat.
Well, on my dream board is a lake house. It's been on there for a long time.
Yeah. So
one day,
while we're out and about in the United States, we may be shopping for lake houses. So again, I do not want to buy one now. I'd rather buy when the market is down, which I do believe it will be. I could be wrong. So I'll say this: comment if you know a place where lake houses are plentiful, amazing, and cheaper by the dozen. Let us know. We will definitely be interested in taking a look at those areas. Allison's not so much a fan of cold weather, though she likes to ski in snow.
Yeah.
But she doesn't want to live in cold weather climate. I personally, if I don't call Texas home, which, by the way, we still call Texas home, just so you know, we got to declare that, make it known. If something happens to Alice and I on the road, Texas is our home, so our kids need to go back to Texas, okay? We have to do that for legal purposes. Anyway.
Do we?
I think so.
Oh, really?
Isn't that what she said?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure she said. Make sure you declare that on YouTube. So there we are. It's done.
Oh, okay. Texas is our home.
Texas is our home. But yeah, maybe there's a place out there we just haven't thought of that has awesome lake houses. The prices aren't stupid. We can get what we're looking for and not have to pay stupid taxes for home ownership. Just ridiculous. So anyway, let's wrap this one up, babe. What do you think?
All right.
All right.
Boom.
All right. Like and subscribe. Do it. We need it. Help us. And tell your friends. All right. Tell them what we're doing. Crazy family of 4 and their dog are selling it all. We have no idea what we're doing. We've never owned an RV. We stayed in one once.
Yes, we rented a weekend at like a Jellystone park. They let you rent an RV they already had on
It was already
site.
set up, yeah.
Already set up, already on site. All we had to do was go in and out.
It was like a little apartment. It was great.
Anyway, that's our only RV experience.
We're not even campers, okay? We don't like tent camp.
We like go cabining.
Yeah, we get cabins, because that's comfortable. Yeah. They're furnished.
Yeah.
And so
okay, so we did try tent camping. How many times? Well, us dating was a whole different thing. But with kids, didn't we go once with Carmen?
The last time we went, the wind was blowing so hard it was collapsing our tent down onto our beds.
We did take our kids camping, yes.
We have honestly never had a tent camping experience where we're like, that was freaking awesome.
Yep. Something has always happened.
Mm-hmm. We
lost our dog.
Something very memorable.
On one of them.
Yeah. Well, we did. We lost him for the weekend at a wildlife refuge.
Yeah, I thought he was a goner. Well, buffalo.
He ran off in the middle of the night. Alison took him for a walk on his leash. She was holding on to it. He saw a raccoon or something, bolted.
Yeah, that's right. And he pulled it out of my hand. Yeah. And we didn't see him until park ranger.
Yeah, we told the park, hey, this is our dog. We named him Forrest because he was a runner. That was literally why we named him that. And sure enough, he lived up to his name. And but we did get a call to give you the end of that story, because they'll be like, did the dog die? What? No. Park rangers called us a few days later and said, we think we have your dog. I mean, he had the leash and harness still attached to him.
Yeah,
so
I thought he was I thought he was going to be a goner.
Yeah.
Get stuck somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Wild animals. Ugh.
Yep. But nope, they found him.
He came home.
And we went and got him.
Yep.
Several hours away.
Yep.
So, yeah. Anyway, that was just another experience. Anyway, so we'll wrap it up here. Like and subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, let us know if you have questions. If you have questions about, you know, anything about what we're doing. And, you know, I know there's going to be I've already found a lot of haters out there, by the way. People are just like, you're an idiot. What? Look, you're entitled to your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And you're welcome to share them with this show. That is fine. It's not going to hurt my feelings. You see, once upon a time, I was a middle school teacher for like 11 years. So there's not a damn thing you can say to me that ever hurt my feelings. So bring it. Anyway, wish you all the best. Stay in touch. Watch us. You know, like and subscribe, do the thing. And we'll keep providing y'all content and sharing our journey, okay?